Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 011, Arithmetic, Section 2.8, Problem 6. This is Section 2.8, Problem 6. It says complete the computation 7 over 20 minus 3 over 15. So we'll have to make the denominators the same for this problem. And I find it easier if we write a problem like this in a vertical format. So I will write 17 over 20, right underneath it 3 over 15, and then put a big line with a subtraction. And then next to each fraction, I'll make an equivalent fraction that will have a denominator that will be the same for both fractions. So 15 and 20 are certainly not the same. So when I have a problem like this, what I like to do is start with a larger denominator and see if the smaller denominator will divide into it evenly. Does 15 divide into 20 evenly? It does not. So take the large denominator and double it. If you double 20, it becomes 40. Does 15 divide into 40 evenly? It does not. So now take the large denominator, we doubled it, next try tripling it. So 3 20s is 60. Does 15 divide into 60 evenly? It does. It goes in 4 times. 4 times 15 is 60. So 60 is a good common denominator. It's the lowest common denominator. It's not the only common denominator. A common denominator of 300 will work and it'll eventually give you the correct answer, but it's much more work. You'd like to make that common denominator as small as you can. And in this case, that's what we have. 60 is the smallest common denominator. Now what I have to do is fill in the numerator. So we'll start with the 17 over 20. Look at the denominator. 17 times something made us 60. It has to be times 3. 20 times 3 is 60. So now we will multiply the numerator times the same value. 17 times 3 is how much? Well, I know it's 51. Pretend you don't know it's 51. You can just go off to the side and multiply it. 3 times 7 is 21. Write the 1 rather, carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 more is 5. So you have 51. So one fraction is done. I turned it into 51 over 60. Let's work on the other fraction. Now, I had mentioned that 15 times 4 is 60. So I multiplied the previous denominator times 4 to make the new denominator. So I have to multiply times the same value for the numerator. 3 times 4 is 12. So now both fractions are over the same denominator, over 60. So in the answer, my denominator will be 60. Now, how about the numerator? I have 51 minus 12. So what is 51 minus 12? You can, again, if you don't know it right away off the top of your head, you can go off to one side and do that subtraction. 1 minus 2 won't work, so we have to borrow. So borrow 1 from the 5, make it a 4, and it becomes 11 minus 2, which is 9, and then 4 minus 1, which is 3, 39. So I have 39 over 60. Now, that appears to be the final answer, and it is a correct answer, but it's really not in its best form. This can be reduced. So 39 and 60 are both evenly divisible by 3. So 3 goes into 39 13 times. 3 goes into 60 20 times. So 13 over 20 is the answer, and that's the answer in its most reduced form.